Alabama Crimson Tide playing host to UNC Asheville.
And he thinks that they can do a lot and exceed the expectations.
And we are underway. Omori, Stevenson, and the freshman Darion Reed. And Alabama on the board.
Defensive numbers, which they struggled with last season.
Stevenson with that first basket, a cut to the rim.
On how he tries to get really good baskets and creates an advantage for his players. But this is a team that's talented in all.
And there's one of those layups. Boy, that is Clifford. Wide open three for Philon. No good. Offensive rebound. It'll stay.
Or Omori, really known more so as LeBaron Philon with the steal. And Reed is a player that the coaching staff rave about his intensity. As
Jordan Marsh backs it out. Shot clock under 10. Solomon for three, and he knocks it home. Boy, as Solomon a year ago. So, yeah, that was one of those shots I think they'll live with if you're Alabama. On the other side, Steven
presses, play at a high tempo. Obviously, Alabama has a lot higher quality athletes, but at the
Sage Tolentino, the 7'1" center on the floor. There's a foul.
You can see with his elevation.
Sears bumps out near the logo.
Take from the weak side and challenge more shots.
Terrell Reitzel also on the floor, along with the transfer Aiden Holloway, who didn't.
Within the athletic department to make sure they found a good situation to move forward.
Aiden Holloway.
Wave expects him to heat up quickly.
Well, they leave Latrell Reitzel wide open, and
he's here down the stretch, but when healthy, he's a big piece of the success of this program.
With a floater off the. He's working on Mohamed Diabate. Shot clock violation.
Can't let that happen.
Sears in traffic, throws it up. Tolentino gets it back. Nice pass inside. The follow no good. Another opportunity. A little bit short off the hands of Diabate, but stays with it.
Good concentration by Mo Diabate. Defensive length of Alabama that's given them problems. But when they get a clean look, they got to be able to knock it down.
Back the other way, Alabama in a hurry. Now hit 5 of the last 8. They're in the lane.
2 back-to-back, really good possessions. Not being flustered. Be beat.
38 and a big goose egg.
Wow,
that's
unbelievable.
Incredible run.
Unbelievable.
He was able to bring in the amount of freshman talent in the transfer portal era. Just
a team that they know has so many returners and it can be a part of something special. It speaks of a culture building around.
Saves it, but right back to Reitzel. Left a little bit short. And the putback will go down for Aiden Charette. He's tied up and he'll throw it off Jordan Marsh. Well, here's a look at that freshman class. Going with 3 freshmen on the floor right now. The alley-oop, a little too.
A freshman that so many people rave about. And the heady play. Wow, LeBaron Philon.
Last 5, if you want to talk about taking that next step to being the elite.
Well, this to have someone step up for the SEC to win the big one.
Maybe fouled on a ways candidates for a Final Four berth.
Yes, absolutely. Gonzaga and Mark Few and what he's ready to compete.
How about the flush from Jaron Stevenson?
Every position that makes him so dangerous.
In and out, loose ball, saved over there in the corner. He'll line up a 3 and buries it. Knew it the moment he left its hands.
Great decision there by Mark.
Holloway made his first 3, misses that one. Tolentino with that rebound, the young man. University of Cincinnati, spent 2 years there. And then transferred to UNC Asheville this year.
Omori would be the one who would not be able to have that type of skill set.
Holloway.
I've seen several possessions tonight where they are strapping up on the defensive end, and that's going to be the biggest difference between last year's Alabama and do their job. That's when you have a championship level team.
Rubio tied up. Solomon. Boy, he has been something here in the first half. Maybe off the back of the.
I know they felt like Asheville had numbers, but the way they've been executed in the half-court set, that's one that you might want to put fun to watch. I mean, I know there's been some upsets that people might not want to see, but when you talk about the accomplishment, if you're head coach Mike Morrell, you have to be pleased with how your team's doing. I mean, you're getting held, you're only shooting 34% by more than 15. With some quality possessions, they can get back into this lead.
Big rebound
Position. Which was a beautiful play. I guess that might have to be counted as at the cup too as well.
Reitzel lays it up and in.
The fast break there by Alabama.
Sears in traffic, and there's another whistle, and he'll head back to the free throw line.
They'll have to see what they can do when they go into the bench right now.
Clark, no good rebound.
Uses upper body strength to get freed up and drop that one in. He's known for his scoring ability when he was a junior or underclassman at
Solomon. He is fouled on the inside. That'll go against Jaron Stevenson. Just started 6 of them.
When you talk about switching and playing up the tempo, getting into the press situation, as they were able to do even off the missed free throw. Visions in his defensive shot blocking ability was huge for his team in the Big South Conference. This is the adjustments that this team.
37 games last year as a freshman, averaged a little over 5 points, almost 3 rebounds a game.
Positions and be a bigger rim protector.
Another second chance. And all the way. Alley-oop.
Quality set in the bucket here. You find yourself down 26 points, and Alabama has been on a big-time run. You're gonna have understanding in passing lanes how to read it. It's the IQ that he has of the game, and that beautiful footwork almost converts.
17 to 27. That's 63% from the field. Tough shot, fall away
right here, and stopping the surge of what Alabama's doing. With a made free throw, this will allow Asheville to jump into. You got to be able to talk and play at the same time and back it up. Communication is key. 5 to 2 made free throws. Can you execute in the half court?
Tolentino.
The ball on the baseline and the switch by Diabate.
Excellent inbounds. And a foul. That'll send Darian Reed to the free.
Tenacious defense.
2 on the clock. Solomon gets the shot off, and he is fouled. 27. You talked about it. Can jump out of the gym.
Press after the made free throws. They will also press after a missed free throw. Gives them a chance to make sure to put the pressure on. This time electing to get back and play half court.
Advantage. Nelson underneath. He's fouled. And the pass inside, that's going to go against Cameron Taylor. Division I scoring last year, got 21.5 points per game. Defensive player do it, but it worked for Tolentino.
Mike Morrell
now in double figures with 10. And that'll do it for the first half. Tough jumper off the hands. Foul on inside, and Omari. They've done that a couple of times.
It was
tonight.
nice. Beautiful.
Percentage, rebounds, finished 6th in blocks.
Hey, you're playing 40 in college. You have 6 fouls in the NBA. You have 5 fouls in FIBA. You have a live rim to knock it off. To me, it makes absolutely no sense. This is a guy who's been able to do so many things for such a long time. Good to see number 1 in Crimson back at it again for another season, and maybe he can do it again and get back.
Oh, high throw. Nelson misfires. By the way, the boys at...
It's an unfortunate situation when a guy can average 21 points a game, shoot 40% from 3, 90% from free throw this year with an even more talented team to show what he can continue to do offensively and the all-around package as we see what he always
have scored so far tonight. Bulldogs The left-handed shot goes down.
Able to find a little bit of a seam and drop that in.
Nice pass from Sears inside. When we get here, I used to start somewhere around the three-point line 20 years ago,
right.
and now I'm like inside the free throw line.
Listen, you got a piece of style with the up-tempo game, getting into the fast break, switching defenses. It's a really good team.
He's hit all 3 of his three-point attempts.
Extremely efficient. And seeing this is on this team going to get 35, 40 minutes a game. So you have to come in and make sure you take advantage of what you have in a short amount of time. And Sears.
4 rebounds.
Nice hands there by Aiden Sherrill to catch that with the soft hands and lay it up.
Wide open for 3. Another second chance opportunity, and Aiden Sherrill will head to the free throw
stand. When to pick your moments, how to use the physicality. It's not always about just being aggressive.
And he took his game to a whole other level in the NCAA tournament last year. Averaged 24 points a game.
Yes.
Holloway. Little scoop shot off the window goes down. Time. How about that shot going in off the hands of Cameron Taylor? The true
point of finishing is just the challenge that they have against a much more physically imposing Alabama team. I still expect them to be a really
first team preseason all Big South team. They are stacked. We're talking to Coach Morrell. Also,
tournament last year in the Big South as a 5 seed with some upsets on their way back to the NCAAs. It shows the depth of the Big. You don't want to play into the score. You want to make sure that you're playing in a situation where you continue to play to the level of your
hands of Taylor. Keeps it alive. Back out to the top to Banks, who hits a long 3.
High Point, Longwood, Asheville, amongst those few at the top that will be competitive. How difficult that is to score 20 points in just one game is a career for most people, but to do it 50 times.
Still working his way back into game shape after missing a bunch of practice time. Gets the assist there as he lays it off to Clifford Amori. Sears back the other way. Lays it up above the rim. Tough shot. How about that?
Figuring out a way to find the angle, which is challenging with the length at Alabama. Once again, I knew knowing as your body gets back into shape so you can be in the form you need to be for later in the season.
Taylor, 3. Well, that just kind of hung on the.
Hit the back of the rim and able to find the bottom.
Back to Sears. Phylon and Reitzel sitting there with 8 points. UNC Asheville shooting. Amori with another rebound. Alley-oop back the other way, and that'll be a flush for Diabate. Reitzel gets that free throw to go. Reitzel started 12 of 31 games last year. Dynamic. As a matter of fact, we're going to see a lot of 3-guard lineups with Holloway, Sears, and Reitzel on the floor.
What changes the game? If you talk to a lot of people in the staff at Alabama, they really believe that last year Alabama was 1 game off. Hard to do. He's been able to do that twice in recent years. But if you talk to him,
see how this plays out. Alabama certainly. Nate Oates kind of quietly says it, you know. I think with guys like Reitzel coming back, getting healthy, and playing more minutes.
Have to get everyone to buy in to what you're doing. This is a team that has so much talent, and you're playing a game here in the opener where you.
And Stevenson gets 1 out of 2. 18 assists
to get that chance. We'll call it to Dave Neal.
Well, I don't know who is in charge of stats. That's whoever that person is.
Right.
I'll look that.
Wears you down, and your shots become a little bit short.
That one is thrown away. One is a little bit short by Holloway down there amongst the tall timber. Keeps it alive. Got clock at 15, and there it is. Turnaround won't go. Rebound into Holloway's hands.
Coaching into the last second. And it's important for everyone to be that way. You start to open it, there's so many things. You have players that you build for the moments in the future where you'll need it.
Reed fires for three. And
Coach who's been with Nate Oates knows him very well. The McNeese State game, and Will Wade, a familiar foe in the SEC, as Max
Skarnowski will just hold it, and this one's in the books. In double figures, led by Mark Sears, who posted a 20-point